Welcome to this presentation about getting from pre-med to medical student. My name is Lauren Siegel and I'm the Senior MCAT Communications Specialist, and I'm excited to be able to talk with you about the resources and services the AAMC provides to help you as you navigate your career to medicine. AAMC stands for the Association of American Medical Colleges, and we represent all MD granting medical schools in the country, 17 Canadian medical schools, and nearly 400 major teaching hospitals and health systems. We work through many avenues to support and facilitate medical education. Part of this work includes helping aspiring physicians, like yourself, prepare for and apply to medical school. We've outlined some of the steps you'll take on your way to medical school. Please keep in mind that not everyone's path is or should be the same. We're here to provide you with the services, resources, and tools to help you successfully navigate your way to medical school. Let's get started. You may have already thought extensively about pursuing a career in medicine, or this may be a new idea for you. But no matter where you are in this decision process, you've probably asked yourself, how do I actually become a doctor? There are a lot of things to think about, like what type of medical career is right for you, how do you get into medical school, and what is it like to practice medicine and treat patients? The AAMC's Aspiring Docs resources aim to answer these questions and are good to check out when you're starting to think about medical school. These resources include fact sheets, resource articles, inspiring stories, and a blog called Aspiring Docs Diaries. Each is written by actual medical school students, residents, and pre-med students. Fact sheets are one of the most popular Aspiring Docs resources. These documents provide quick but thorough information about medical school and how to start your medical career. This library of resources is quite extensive. It's broken down into 4 categories: the basics, get experience, applying, and what medical school is like. Each category includes all types of topics like shadowing a doctor, preparing for the MCAT exam, making the most of a gap year, and what's it like to see a patient for the first time. For more information, go to www.aamc.org/aspiringdocs. Once you have a good sense of what being a medical student involves, it's a good idea to start thinking about practical questions like how to get experience in the medical field. There are many ways to get this type of experience. In fact, Aspiring Docs has a whole section of fact sheets about getting experience, such as shadowing, volunteering, getting lab experience, or becoming a medical scribe. But one great program to consider is the Summer Health Professions Education Program, or SHPEP for short, which is a joint effort between the AAMC, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and the American Dental Education Association. SHPEP is a free 6-week summer academic enrichment program. All housing costs, meals, and travel to and from the program site are covered. The program is designed to give you firsthand experience of what it's like to be in medical school and what it's like to actually practice medicine, dentistry, or another health career. If you're interested, here's a look at the application requirements. Participating students must be a college freshman, sophomore, or community college student, have an overall GPA of at least 2.5, be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, or an individual granted Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals or DACA status, be from a disadvantaged background or from a group historically underrepresented in the health professions, and most importantly, have an interest in a health profession. If you're not eligible for SHPEP, don't worry. There are lots of other summer programs and ways to get experience in the medical field. One thing to note, it's a good idea to apply early to SHPEP or to any other shadowing or medical experience opportunities. Traditionally, this program has been available to students interested in only medicine and dentistry, but starting with the summer 2017 cohort, SHPEP expanded to include programming for students interested in pursuing other health careers, such as nursing, pharmacy, and public health. During the summer, you'll travel to and stay at a health profession school while you're attending SHPEP classes and programming. For more information and information about the program site specifically, visit shpep.org. After gathering information, advice, and even getting some relevant experience, you are well on your way to begin the medical school application process. Before starting the application process, you should look into the Fee Assistance Program. Many of the resources and tools that you use to apply to medical school have a cost associated with them, but the AAMC firmly believes that the cost of applying to medical school should not deter you from becoming a doctor. The Fee Assistance Program assists those who, without financial assistance, would be unable to take the MCAT exam, apply to medical schools with the AMCAS application, or use other AAMC resources. Fee assistance benefits include reduced MCAT exam registration fees, free MCAT preparation materials, free access to the medical school admissions requirements, or MSAR, and a waiver for the cost of AMCAS applications and AMCAS fees for up to 16 medical school designations. Also, if you are planning to apply for MCAT testing accommodations, such as requesting extended testing time, you will also have access to up to $800 towards an updated psychoeducational or medical evaluation if it is needed to support your testing accommodations application. If you were to use all of the benefits available to you in the Fee Assistance Program Award, you would save more than $2,000, so it's definitely worth investigating to see if you're eligible for this program. After considering whether to apply to the Fee Assistance Program, it's a good time to also think about which medical schools are a good fit for you. Every medical school is different, and on average, applicants will apply to up to 16 different medical schools. But with so many different programs to choose from, how do you determine where to apply? When making your decisions, it can be tempting to focus on academic requirements and statistics. But remember, this is where you'll spend at least 4 years, so think about what you're looking for in terms of your own goals and values. Do they align with the medical schools? To get a sense, we always encourage students to review a medical school's mission statement, which describes the medical school's teaching philosophy, core values, and what they're looking for in their applicants. You can view each medical school's mission statement for free within the AAMC's medical school admissions requirements, and you can view complete school data with a paid subscription. The medical school admissions requirements, or MSAR, consists of 2 companion resources. One is an online database that houses the profiles of each medical school and allows you to easily compare medical schools. It includes 149 U.S. medical schools and 17 Canadian medical schools. The other is a chapter guidebook, which outlines the admissions process, but also highlights other things like medical career options, how to prepare for medical school, what medical students study, and how admissions decisions are made. We often recommend looking into this resource early in your process to get a handle on what's involved and to develop your own application timeline. Together, these tools can help you prepare for the application process and choose which schools to apply to. As you begin looking at schools that are the right fit for you, we wanted to mention another path you might consider if you don't know about it. That is looking into the MD-PhD program. One of the most exciting aspects of an MD-PhD program is that it offers students the opportunity to train in 2 related but very different fields, science and medicine. The most common or traditional career path is in academic medicine. MD-PhD students may work at a teaching hospital affiliated with a medical school. In this setting, a physician scientist can pursue teaching, seeing patients, investigating biomedical questions in the lab, and potentially holding an administrative role like a department chair. Physician scientists can also pursue careers in the biotech and pharmaceutical industries, consulting, administration, advocacy, public policy, global health, education, and more. In many cases, these programs are often paid for, unlike a traditional MD program. However, keep in mind that MD-PhD programs are rigorous and longer than a traditional MD degree. It's very important to be comfortable with the time frame required to complete the program. Students often start thinking about which schools will be a good fit for them about 1.5 years to 2 years before they plan to attend medical school. It is also during this time that many applicants will prepare for and take the MCAT exam. So you know you have to take the exam, but what is it and what does it test? MCAT stands for the Medical College Admission Test and is created and administered by the AAMC. It is a standardized, computer-based, multiple-choice exam designed to assess your problem-solving and critical thinking skills, as well as your knowledge of scientific concepts and principles that are necessary to the study and practice of medicine. Almost all U.S. medical schools and many Canadian schools require applicants to take the MCAT exam. You may already be asking, but when is the right time to take the MCAT exam? When thinking about when to take your exam, it's always important to remember that you should take the exam when you are ready and when you feel most prepared. But one way to decide when the right time is for you is to think about when you want to go to medical school and then work backwards. Many examinees will take their exam in the same year that they are also applying. Let's jump into the exam content. The MCAT exam has 4 multiple choice sections. The sections include 2 in the natural sciences, the biological and biochemical foundations of living systems, and the chemical and physical foundations of biological systems. There's a behavioral and social sciences section called the Psychological, Social, and Biological Foundations of Behavior, and a critical analysis section called the Critical Analysis and Reasoning Skills section. The section tests content found in introductory biology, general and organic chemistry, and physics. It also tests concepts in first semester psychology, sociology, and biochemistry. With busy schedules, balancing coursework, extracurricular activities, and having a social life, finding time to prepare for the MCAT exam can be challenging. Based on the 2016 post-MCAT questionnaire, MCAT examinees prepared for the exam on average for about 3 months, studying on average about 20 hours a week. While there's no right or wrong way to prepare for the exam, creating a study plan is a great way to keep you on track and organized. To get you started, the AAMC has developed a guide to help you create your own study plan, as well as developed a resource that highlights 21 different past examinees' study schedules, strategies, and tips for how they prepared and what they learned. This is a great way to see how other examinees prepared and learn different tips to incorporate into your own study plan. Also, to help you prepare, the AAMC has many free and low-cost resources and practice materials to help you do your best. All of the resources created help you at every stage of your preparation, from understanding, studying, and practicing. These resources include an entire content outline of all of the content and skills tested, a comprehensive guidebook about everything you need to know from registration, test day, and scores, as well as practice exams and questions that are all written by the test developers with the same look, features, and functionality that you'll see on test day. These include full-length practice exams, question packs, flashcards, and more. Also, if you're looking for an additional resource to help you study, be sure to check out the Khan Academy MCAT collection for nearly 1,100 videos and nearly 3,000 review questions that cover the entire content tested on the MCAT exam. All of these videos and review questions are free and open access. Follow MCAT on Twitter at AAMC_MCAT for questions and tips. And remember, as you prepare for your exam, the MCAT exam is just one part of your overall application to medical school. Next on your pathway to medical school, and prior to beginning the medical school application process, you may consider looking into our new resource called the Anatomy of an Applicant. Within this resource, we have listed the 15 core competencies that medical schools look for in applicants. To help explain and to demonstrate what these core competencies are, we have compiled interviews of medical students, their pre-health advisors, and the admissions officers who accepted them to learn about their path to medicine. You can read each of their stories, review the competency definitions, learn about parts of an application, and complete a workbook with self-assessment worksheets at aamc.org/competencies. When you're ready to apply to medical school, you can apply up to 149 programs with just one application with the AAMC's American Medical College Application Service, or AMCAS. On average, applicants apply to up to 16 medical schools with AMCAS. AMCAS will process your submitted application and then send it to your designated medical schools electronically. AMCAS also distributes your letters of evaluation and your MCAT scores you applied to automatically. When applying to medical school, it is important to note that the AMCAS cycle is 1 year ahead of the current calendar year. For example, this past year, in 2017, we were in the 2018 AMCAS cycle. It's offset like this because the application cycle corresponds to when you hope to start medical school. In our example, applicants are looking to attend medical school in the fall of 2018. The AMCAS cycle starts in May every year. During this time, the application will open and you'll be able to begin filling out the various sections of the application. It won't be until the beginning of June when you can submit your application to AMCAS for processing. Medical schools won't begin receiving processed applications until late June. Once your processed application is sent, medical schools will begin their review process, which usually involves secondary applications and in-person interviews. Keep in mind, medical school admissions are rolling, so submitting your materials earlier rather than later is a good idea. Also, keeping track of the medical school AMCAS application deadlines is important for determining when to submit your application by. This deadline is when your complete application and all required transcripts need to be submitted to AMCAS. All specific deadline dates for an application cycle and much more information about the AMCAS application can be found at aamc.org/AMCAS. To help you fill out and submit your AMCAS application in the most efficient way possible, we have resources that you can use to navigate this process, including guides, video tutorials on our website and YouTube channel, an applicant guide, and lots of FAQs. We also have a fantastic contact center who are available to answer your questions about AMCAS. You can also ask your questions and get quick tips anytime at AMCAS Info on Twitter. Now, the next step on your pathway to medical school after completing your MCAT exam and your AMCAS application, you are well on your way to medical school. However, you may start to wonder, how are you going to pay for it? That's when you turn to AAMC's FIRST program. FIRST can help you figure out the financial aid process and how to pay for medical school. FIRST stands for Financial Information, Resources, Services, and Tools. Pre-meds, medical students, residents, and practicing physicians can use FIRST tools to navigate the complexities of financial aid, student debt, and money management. For the 2017-2018 academic year, the median cost to attend an in-state public medical school was over $60,000, while the median cost to attend a private in-state medical school was over $82,000. The cost of attendance number includes the fees, books, and supplies, room and board expenses, in addition to the cost of tuition. 75% of the graduating medical school class of 2017 reported leaving medical school with debt from their education expenses. 48% of that class reported having debt of $200,000 or higher. So you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. But the good news is that it is possible for you to attend and pay for medical school. And FIRST has an extensive suite of resources that will help you formulate a plan to make that happen. Some of the resources include things like FIRST fact sheets and informational videos, repayment charts and timelines, and financial literacy resources. These tools were all designed to help you make smart decisions about taking out student loans and managing student debt wisely. FIRST also has an online tool called the Med Loans Organizer and Calculator, which is specifically made for medical students and residents. It allows you to enter, track, save, store, and run personalized repayment scenarios for your particular loan situation. After working through these various resources and services, you will hopefully receive an acceptance letter or two from your desired medical schools. However, if you are placed on an alternate list or denied, please know that you're not out of options. There may be other opportunities with other schools or programs, or you might consider enrolling in a post-baccalaureate program or even taking a gap year to strengthen your experience and application. The AAMC has a database found at aamc.org/postbac that allows you to search all available post-bac programs across the country, so keep our website bookmarked. You can also find information, tools, tips, and quick answers to your questions on our Facebook page at facebook.com/AAMCpremed or on our Twitter feed at AAMCpremed. Also, be sure to visit the AAMC student website for all the resources mentioned during this presentation and much more at aamc.org/students. You can also feel free to subscribe to our monthly AAMC Pre-Med newsletter called the AAMC Pre-Med Navigator. It features important topics, resources, tips, and key dates for aspiring physicians. With your subscription, you receive updates each month right to your inbox. To view all the past articles and to subscribe, go to the website students-residents.aamc.org/navigator. This brings our presentation to a close. We hope you found it helpful. The AAMC wishes you all the best on your journey to medical school.